there Sagittarius, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your abundance update for December, and in this reading, SAGI, we look at all things money, career, finance, investment, money, and generally if all the cups show up, it is finding fulfillment, joy, happiness, harmony in that area. So let's see what is on the cards for you. I will be getting started with the Angels of Abundance, a couple of these, and then an overarching tarot energy from the Moonchild Tarot. I'll be then getting out the tarot positions with the Rider-Waite, clarifying with the beautiful Star Child Tarot this time around. So let's get started and just see how this year is going to close out in terms of abundance. And hasn't it been a big one, Sagi? You know, like a lot of our abundance, well, there we go, first card is turned over, has been impacted one way or another. I don't think anyone has completely avoided that this year. So that's why it's really important to maintain an abundance mindset. You know, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it always will be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you'll experience. I'd like to just counter that a little bit and say that in terms of manifestations, it's not enough just to say the words. We need to feel what it's like to be abundant, because that is what really shifts our vibration into alignment with abundance and has us attracting it. So you can do that in your meditations. You know, write out what your perfect day would be if you were abundant, and then feel every part of that in your cells. And you know, on waking or before you go to sleep, do that practice for every day for, you know, a month if you can, and see what shifts in your life. Okay, let's get one more. Well, pretty much following on from that, visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you'll experience. Same message as before, guys. It's not enough to think and visualize it. We need to engage the body. We need to feel it, and that is where the whole magician's work comes in. The fake it till you make it. Change your inner game to transform your external reality. Your overarching card is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of abundance, and it's self-made abundance. It is being self-sufficient, independent. It is a card of high vibration. So you might be starting to raise your frequency, and through that, abundance will be attracted to you. It really is a message of attracting greater quality, a sense of luxury in your life. Some of you might be starting to work independently. You may be going out on your own on a journey of entrepreneurship, freelance, contracting, or, you know, just increasing, you know, your ability to maybe step up in the workplace. You could be leading a team or something like that with the Nine of Pentacles. It's that card of really being on your game, of looking good, feeling good, and that is when we attract abundance. There is a message with this card that sometimes good things take time, and that is a journey, but the direction is, you know, very positive with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, well, let's get out the tarot positions, guys. We're giving these a shuffle out, Sagi, until that first card falls or flips. We're then getting the cards out for you. We're beginning with the recent past, what has led up to now. If this is your reading, I have got the King of Pentacles. Okay, well, he is the master abundance creator. Blocks, obstacles, or challenges. You, Sagi. You versus you. Sometimes we just get in our own way. And the advice from Spirit or Tarot, Capricorn, the Devil, and the Major Arcana, going to have to get rid of your own sabotage, your own limitations here, Sagi. In the outcome, I have got the Two of Wands, because there could be a new pathway opening up for you. Over here in money, oh my goodness, the Empress is probably one of the most lucky cards in terms of money we can get. She stands for abundance and blessing and an increase in finances. Comes in with the Three of Swords, which is interesting. We kind of have maybe a healing of the money story here, a solid promise ahead, maybe after ending a cycle. There could have been monetary loss, but it says here that we have great recovery from that. Let's grab the clarifiers, Sagittarius. Clarifying that King of Pentacles for you. Yes, exactly. The universe, which is the world in the major arcana. Big cyclic completion. You know, we had that scorpionic energy at the bottom of the deck as well. Five of Cups clarifies our Knight of Wands here, Sagittarius. Clarifying the Devil for you. The Six of Wands. Yes, you will be victorious over these limitations, but you're going to have to put some conscious effort, some conscious awareness, and then you will be able to move on. Well, you know what? We have some challenging aspects here, but the cards are saying, you know, you will have great victory here, but we just need to be careful that we're moving in the right direction. Just going to grab one more, Saggy, for that King of Pentacles. And just knowing that the King of Pentacles did actually come in reverse when I picked it up, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like there has been, obviously with that Three of Swords over there in money, that there has been either financial loss or some status loss when it comes to money. Yeah, here we go. That's what I'm feeling, and it could have been because of the pandemic. Obviously it can be through leaving our either relationships or leaving a job or a loss of a job as well. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles as your overarching energy, Saggy, is generally a going it alone, you know, flying solo type of energy. So some of you could have left some kind of partnership or work team or something like that, and you know, you did feel the shift in abundance because of that. Because as I said, the King of Pentacles came in reverse, and in the upright, the King of Pentacles is the master abundance creator, you know, has everything to meet the needs and all of that. But obviously in the reverse, it means the opposite of that, and it can be the fact that we've fallen out of abundance, you know, that there has been a loss and that kind of thing. The King of Pentacles can also be somebody who loves to spend on all the beautiful things, right? This is the energy of Taurus, and it talks about luxury and sensual pleasures and, you know, those beautiful things that keep the ego going. And it could have been that, you know, there was a big change in circumstances because of what we've been going through this year, which could have been quite challenging as well. For some of you, I feel, because it has come in with the Eight of Cups here, I feel like there has been a moving away, either a moving away from that status, right, as maybe a boss, mentor, manager, or somebody who, you know, is an entrepreneur, a move away from a type of role like that, or maybe moving away from a Taurus or a King of Pentacles type character in your life. So it could have been a partner, it could have been a business partner or something like that. So yeah, the Eight of Cups is about, you know, moving away from this situation, this person, whatever it was for you, because there is an awareness here that you weren't getting the full fulfillment. Yeah, there might have been money, there might have been, you know, material resources, but what it's saying here is that the emotional fulfillment wasn't complete, right? So the person in the Eight of Cups makes the decision to move away because their intuition is calling them to find their missing piece, because there's a sense here that we can't fulfill it in this situation. And I think it's really fine, or whatever this is, guys. I mean, the universe or the world is the last card in the major arcana that says there's nothing more to be learned here. This is probably a karmic situation. You've learned what you've needed to, so it's just time to move forward. And this is a card of victory, as is the Six of Wands. So we have two victory. Well, the Chariot is also, so you have three cards of victory in this reading. So even if you did kind of go through a decrease in abundance during the year, that is going to change and you will be victorious over this. But obviously it's never just a linear process building abundance where it's just going up, up and up. Sometimes we go up, up, down, up, up, you know, but overall it will trend upwards, but we just can't see that at the moment. So the universe is about moving on to your next karmic cycle. It's about closing the door on that, understanding that we need to release when it's time to release. That's where the victory comes, because you've kind of learnt that lesson. So that's what I'm feeling here. You've moved away from whatever it is, some kind of status, business, relationship, something like that. It may have taken a bit of a hit on your abundance, but we're sort of in the rebuild here. In the blocks, obstacles, or challenges, Sagittarius, I've got the Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Now this is you versus you, and this is asking you to get out of your own way. What does that mean? Well, we've got the Five of Cups here, which really is a card of maybe feeling some guilt, shame, grieving, really mourning the loss of whatever this was, you know, and how it didn't work out as we expected, and, you know, that we had really high expectations of the situation. But the thing is, you know, what has happened has happened. The past is in the past and we can't change it. But what we can do is make really good decisions in the present moment to change our future, right? That's how we be our own magician, because there are new opportunities, right? Two of Wands, we can see that there's new pathways that want to open up for you, but we need to actually be ready and have the awareness, the openness to accept them. Knight of Wands is your energy here, Sagittarius, and it's really saying it's time for you to get your energy, get your power back, and get ready to move into the new frontier. So there could have been a bit of a stagnancy or a bit of a pause, and, you know, for this kind of grieving process, but the cards are saying it's really time for you to get over yourself, get over the situation, and move on to new manifestations. 1, 2, 3, and those threes are strongly calling you at the end of the reading, right? So that's what I'm seeing here, guys. Time to move on in strength. And the advice from Spirit or Tarot, the Devil and the 6 of Wands. Yes, it's time to claim your victory against the limitations of the past. The Devil can be that loss of money, that debt situation, your own self-limiting beliefs here, your own self-sabotage, addictions, and addictions can be that King of Pentacles in reverse, you know, spending money on all the sensual pleasures, and then there's levels to that, but that it can limit you from investing in other areas because, you know, the money is going maybe in the wrong direction for you. You can talk about manipulative or controlling energies, both your own or by the hand of somebody else as well. It's what kind of keeps us chained to the ego desires, right? You know, money can be, some people say that money is evil. It's absolutely not. It's really what it can do, you know, through the ego. But money is a beautiful tool, guys. It is an energy, and if used wisely can afford us many freedoms and a great life. But out of control, it really can be, you know, the devil that owns us. And the 6 of Wands says that whatever you have been journeying, you know, the worst is over and you are moving forward to a more celebrated time. It is a card of victory. It's also got something in common with the 9 of Pentacles, your overarching energy. It's a real card of kind of being seen and looking good and feeling good and being praised and all of that. Some of you might be kind of getting back on your game, getting your energy back, maybe after a period where there was a bit of depression or something like that. So it is a beautiful energy. It says that you're starting to conquer whatever those demons were. And the outcome position here, Sagittarius, I've got the 2 of Wands and the Chariot, number 7, Cancer, in the Major Arcana. So the Chariot is about moving on. It is about victory. And it's about moving on once we've made a really clear, aligned, congruent decision. And here at number 2 of Wands, we see you in the decision-making life review process. So there could be a couple of paths that are opening up for you in terms of moving away from the situation or considering what you're going to do in the future. And in the 2 of Wands, we see somebody who is still has an attachment to the past, but is getting ready to fully seize the future opportunity and get on that horse and ride with it, right? So there's a sense here of needing to leave a comfort zone. The Chariot also talks about that, and it says, are you ready to leap beyond what you may know in order to get to the next level? So some of you might be leaping into something like I was feeling with that entrepreneurship or that going out on your own or something like that. It really says that you do have the whole world in your hands. And with the 2 of Wands, it could be something like moving into an online business, you know, like a soulpreneurship or something like that as well, because it can link to that. It can also be travel or relocation with these 2 cards also. So some of you might be actually physically either moving home, workplace, or actually moving for opportunity as well. What I do notice about this particular Chariot card, guys, is it always obviously reminds me of freedom and liberation. You know, we're really maybe moving away from, there could have been quite a trapping here between the Devil and that King of Pentacles in reverse. There could have been like, you might have been earning a lot of money or good money, but I feel like you may have had the lifestyle that kept you chained to that, right? Really big mortgage, or, you know, spending it on lavish dinners and lifestyle and things like that. And that could have really become the trapping. But here we're kind of awakening to the fact that, you know, if we don't live like that, if we really manage that abundance creation, then it's much better to have the freedom and liberation than the things and the fanciness. And maybe that is the kind of awakening that we're going through here. And it could have been because there was a loss that kind of gave you that wake-up call of, oh, you know, this can disappear, this can be taken away. I really want to build true abundance. And to me, true abundance is actually freedom and not actually being chained to having to work and all of those things. And obviously it takes a lot of conscious effort to start creating that type of reality for yourself. Over here in money, I've got the Three of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, that pretty much, now this is making more sense to me. I feel like there was maybe a fall from grace in some way. Three of Swords is about, you know, feeling the sorrow, the grief, the heartbreak. You know, I've got the Five of Cups here, mourning the loss. But at a number 3, you know, the Three of Swords is the start of new creatorship. It's saying that out of that pain, we really have the opportunity to create the new. The Empress in a money sector is a huge blessing. She can be a windfall. She can be an increase of money. And it says whatever ventures that you're thinking about pursuing can really, you know, be lucrative for you. She is also about those desires that you've wanted to manifest, or this new direction. She can take those and help you birth them into the physical, tangible realm. She's the biggest card of possibility, and she says, Sagittarius, that out of this new beginning, or wherever you're heading after this change, this realization, anything is possible. So do make sure that you dream big. Okay, Sagittarius, well, let's close out with a couple of Sacred Power reading cards for you. I have got protection. Yeah, exactly. You know, I really feel you need to protect yourself from yourself, or do that growth. You know, don't slip back into the same patterns of your own, you know, ego mind and that devil energy. We all hold that, guys. There's no shame in that whatsoever. And boundaries pretty much goes with it, isn't it? Hold your boundaries from yourself. Just make sure that you are operating with honesty and authenticity. Make sure you're respecting your yes and no, and make sure that you can follow through with, you know, what you say you're going to do this month. One more. Medicine. Absolutely. It's time for you to heal from the situation, heal from what you've lost, heal from the heartbreak, the grief, what hasn't worked out for you in the situation, and embrace that beautiful, shining, high vibrational Nine of Pentacles and Empress energy. Okay, Sagittarius, well, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed this abundance update. Keeping in mind, it's a general reading, and sometimes the whole thing resonates, maybe pieces. Sometimes it's just not your reading, and that is okay as well. Leave me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all, guys, and try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys, connect with your energies, and see what's happening out there in the collective. Sagittarius, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings.